In a city where survival was praised more than ambition, one young man dared to imagine a future larger than the streets that raised him. While others learned how to cope with limits, he learned how to challenge them. This is not a story about luck or shortcuts. It is the story of bold thinking and the strength required to stand by it. Nairobi was alive long before sunrise. The streets buzzed with movement, vendors setting up stalls, buses coughing smoke, people rushing as if time itself were chasing them. This was the city Malik was born into, a place rich in culture, energy, and struggle. Dreams existed here, but only quietly. People didn't stop dreaming, they simply learned to lower their expectations. Malik grew up in a narrow apartment squeezed between concrete buildings. His father worked long hours as a security guard. His mother cleaned offices at night. Life was honest but exhausting. Conversations at home revolved around bills, rent, and endurance. Success in Malik's world meant stability, not greatness. At school, Malik noticed how ambition was discouraged without being forbidden. Teachers praised obedience more than curiosity. Students were taught how to pass exams, not how to think. Whenever Malik asked questions that went beyond the syllabus, he was told to focus on what matters. But something inside Malik refused to stay silent. Every evening, he watched the city skyline glow under the fading sun, and wondered why so many people accepted lives they didn't choose. He didn't yet know how things could change, but he felt deeply that they should. That feeling was dangerous. In a city that rewards conformity, bold thinking feels like rebellion, and Malik was slowly becoming a rebel. The idea came to Malik one afternoon while standing in a long queue for public transport. Hours passed. Tempers rose. People missed meetings, lost money, and blamed fate. Malik watched it all carefully. The disorder wasn't new. It was normal. And that bothered him. He asked himself a simple question. Why does everyone accept this as normal? That question changed everything. Malik began observing patterns, routes, delays, inefficiencies. He realized the city didn't lack effort, it lacked systems. His mind started connecting problems to possibilities. It wasn't confidence that pushed him forward. It was curiosity. When he shared his thoughts with friends, they laughed. Some said he was dreaming like a child. Others warned him that thinking too big would only lead to disappointment. Even Malik doubted himself sometimes. After all, he had no money, no influence, and no connections. But bold thinking doesn't begin with certainty, it begins with courage, the courage to question what everyone else accepts. Malik started reading at cyber cafes, learning about innovation, African entrepreneurs, and cities that transformed themselves. For the first time, he saw people who looked like him solving massive problems. He didn't feel powerful yet, but he felt awake. Reality has a way of testing vision. After finishing school, Malik struggled to find work. Days turned into months. His family needed support, but opportunities were scarce. The city felt heavier now, less inspiring, more demanding. Friends urged him to forget his ideas and focus on survival. Dreams don't pay rent, they said. Malik felt torn between responsibility and vision. At night, doubt whispered loudly, "Who are you to think differently?" Eventually, Malik took a low-paying job delivering goods across the city. It was exhausting, but it gave him something valuable perspective. He experienced the city's inefficiencies firsthand. Missed routes, poor coordination, wasted hours. Instead of growing bitter, Malik studied the chaos. He used struggle as education. While others complained, he observed. While others quit, he adapted. That's when he realized something crucial. Bold thinking is not fragile. It is strengthened by resistance. Life wasn't trying to stop him. It was preparing him. As Malik's ideas became clearer, his social circle became smaller. People grew uncomfortable around him. Some felt judged. Others felt left behind. Bold thinking often creates distance, not because it rejects others, but because it refuses to shrink. Malik felt the weight of loneliness deeply. There were nights he questioned whether the price was worth it. But in that silence he found clarity. Without constant opinions shaping him, he learned to trust his own mind. He began writing plans late at night, rough sketches, ideas, possibilities. He didn't wait for perfect conditions. He waited for commitment. Bold thinking demanded sacrifices, comfort, approval, certainty. Malik gave them willingly. Because he understood something powerful: the cost of staying small is greater than the cost of thinking big. After countless rejections, Malik nearly gave up pitching his ideas. Then, at a small community innovation event, someone listened differently. They didn't ask about his background or qualifications. They asked why his idea mattered. Malik spoke with raw honesty about lost time, wasted human potential, and cities that could work better for everyone. His passion filled the room. That conversation led to a small startup grant. It wasn't enough to guarantee success, but it was enough to begin. For Malik, this wasn't just funding. It was validation, proof that bold thinking could attract belief. With limited resources and constant doubt, Malik began building his solution. Progress was slow. Mistakes were frequent. Critics were loud, but Malik had learned patience. He focused on improvement, not recognition. Every failure refined his thinking. Every obstacle strengthened his resolve. Bold thinkers are not obsessed with speed. They are committed to direction. Slowly, things began to work. A pilot project in one neighborhood reduced delays and improved coordination. People noticed. Small successes multiplied. The city didn't transform overnight, but momentum began. Malik learned that action gives bold thinking credibility. As success grew, Malik stayed grounded. He hired local youth. He trained them. He shared knowledge freely. He understood that bold thinking isn't selfish, it lifts others. His past struggles became the foundation of his leadership. Malik learned that strength isn't loud confidence. It's quiet endurance, showing up daily, believing when results are invisible. The strength behind bold thinking is consistency. Malik didn't escape his city. He transformed his thinking within it. His story inspired others because it felt possible. He proved that where you start does not define how far you can go. How boldly you think does. The world doesn't change because of noise. It changes because of brave minds that refuse to shrink. Wherever you are, remember this: the strength behind bold thinking already lives inside you.